Finally, 5 minutes late, but hey, we're here. Welcome, everybody. We've got episode 13 tonight of Plane Talk Live. And just in a little bit, we'll be bringing in our special guest, Mr. M.J. Scanlon. I'd like to say hello to everybody in the chat. Hello there, Yin. Good to see you. Mr. Greg H., good to see you. Who else we got up in the house tonight? We've got Ivan Z. Welcome. We got Mr. Cali Plains himself, Sal. We got the one and only Cheryl OG. We've got Reiko in the house. We've got Sue Majors here. Welcome, welcome. And let's see. I think I saw Brian SFO a little earlier. There he is, Mr. Brian SFO from here in my area. Welcome, welcome. Good to see everybody. I'm just making adjustments here. I got a new mic stand that's not broken. Still learning how to work with this podcast mixer, but hey, it's good to be here tonight. Green screen's not quite working, so you're just seeing green screen. So yeah, Michael, it's not working tonight. But anyways, hey, speaking of Michael, welcome, Michael.
Hey,
how you doing, buddy?
Everybody.
How's it going tonight?
Good. How are you?
Doing okay. Doing okay. How about yourself?
Good. Just been cold.
Been cold.
Not as cold as the East Coast. So.
Oh man, I tell you what, here in Bay Area, it's been for us, it's been pretty cold.
Yeah.
We've had mornings where it's been down in the low 30s. So no bueno for me. Matter of fact.
Yeah.
I might have to turn my space heater on here in a bit because it's a little chilly.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. So how's your week going? Anything interesting going on?
Joined the gym yesterday, Planet Fitness, but that's about it.
Oh yeah.
New Year's
you were in the gym yesterday, huh?
Yeah. I get those New Year's pounds off.
Have you started yet?
No, I haven't gone today, but tomorrow I'm gonna go.
Gonna go tomorrow. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. So, anyways, we got a little bit of news here going on. But as soon as we do that, let's say
Cheryl, it always echoes because of the podcast mixer.
Matter of fact, Cheryl OG, thank you for being here. I know it's a little late on your end, but thank you for being here. But hey, Cats Meows here. Welcome, Cats. Good to see you. Oh, no, we don't want to show this pendejo. Anyways, Michael. Oh, Mr. Jose Gutierrez. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, so let's get into a little bit of news. And I'll be honest, I was kind of debating talking about this, but I just want to just share a few words. Let's just get it out of the way. The world is pretty much aware of what happened with Alaska 1282, that 737 MAX 9 last week. I just want to just talk from just my point of view as the host and producer of this little show, that I don't want to speculate on anything, but all I know is that this was a very unfortunate incident. But the fortunate part is that nobody got hurt. The pilots and the cabin crew did an excellent job from the reports that we've heard and read. And just from my point of view, I'm just going to stick with whatever the NTSB or the FAA releases their official statements. And that's how I am going to follow this story. And it's just a little bit of a sad time for aviation. And yeah. And I think that is all I've got to say about that one. So I just wanted to kind of get that out of the way. And like I said, I didn't want to speculate. I know, a lot of channels, spotting channels, don't like to talk about incidents like this, which I totally understand. but I'm more of like a news and podcast. So I just wanted to just get that out of the way. So, all right. So, yeah. Yep. So I'm sure, Michael, you probably agree with me. We kind of talked about it
Yeah.
the last few days, how we were going to go about this. So, anyways, we do have a couple other positive positive news items. First, we're going to start with Breeze. Breeze Airways is they're in some expansion right now, and coming up in April and May of this year, they are going to commence some service out of San Diego, California, with flights to Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, and then Jacksonville, Florida, Norfolk, Virginia. Oh, see, Michael, you could have taken that flight on your trip last year.
Yeah.
And then Cincinnati, Ohio, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And yeah, that's some great news. An airport that's adding more service, an airline that's adding service, and just hope that it'll be super successful for them. And I'm from California. Michael's from California. So San Diego will be Breeze's fifth destination in California after LAX, Orange County, San Bernardino, and SFO. So yeah, that's some good news there. And one more item of good news: EVA Airways. EVA is put in a firm order with Airbus for 18 of these A350-1000s, which man, I can't wait to see them. So I'm kind of supposing this is their long-term plan. Maybe after time, the 777-300 ERs might be phased out. Don't know. I will speculate on stuff like this, but that's just speculation. Anyways, that's some really good news. So like I said, they have a firm order for 18 of those, and they also have a firm order for 15 A321 Neos, which yeah, that's some really good news. So looking forward to seeing if we see any of those A350s out here, SFO, LAX.
I'll be honest, that looks better than the 777.
You know what? It looks really good. I was just going to ask you what you thought about that.
Every plane is in the A350 for some reason.
Yep. Yeah, like we've always said on the show, it seems like, we're fans of the A350 on the show. And just it's like almost every new plane rendering we've seen, it's like we're like, oh yeah, that looks really good. So heck yeah, man. So now that we got some news out of the way, tonight we have a very special guest. This is a gentleman that a lot of you may know, and he's a moderator on a few different live stream channels, and he was somebody that I had in mind to bring on the show, and I had a few other people say, hey, you got to get this guy on the show. So let's welcome Mr. MJ Scanlon to the show. Hello, MJ.
Hey,
Hey, how's
you
it
doing,
going?
Steve? How you doing, Michael?
Good. So MJ, man, it's so good to have you on the show tonight. I know we've been talking for about the last week or so and getting everything all squared away. And man, it's really good to have you on the show. And yeah, so wanted to we ask you, the first question I have for you, MJ, is how did you get interested in aviation?
Well, I've basically been in aviation all of my life, literally. My father served 20 years in the Marine Corps. He was in helicopters mostly. He was a mechanic, crew chief, avionics guy, later quality control, and he was also an instructor for 2 different tours at NAS Memphis, Millington, Tennessee. So I can remember going out on the flight line 5, 6 years old around airplanes and helicopters, and not to show my age, but it was during the Vietnam War.
Oh wow!
I can remember my first air show, probably about 7 years old, Cherry Point, North Carolina, seeing the Blue Angels fly the F-4 Phantoms. So yeah, later in life, as my father retired from the Marine Corps and went to work for the big purple giant there in Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow.
I later followed in his footsteps. Yeah, I dabbled in a few things first, and then I just knew aviation was just what I wanted to do. So I got my A&P license, and while I was working at FedEx, I became an aircraft mechanic. Yeah.
Wow, awesome. What was your first commercial flight, and what was the type of plane you flew on? Your first ever flight? That was commercial.
My first commercial flight was not my first aircraft flight. My first commercial flight was on Republic Airlines, a DC-9. I was probably 13 or 14. And in those days, the routing, it was from Memphis to Chattanooga to Knoxville to LaGuardia. We were going to New York.
Wow.
So it was an all-day trip.
Wow.
Awesome. Michael, you have a few questions for MJ.
Yeah. First off, how did you get started in your aviation career? And what did you mention FedEx? A little more detail.
So when I went to work for FedEx, I started out in the mailroom. I was just trying to get on with the company. I later became an aircraft cleaner, and then aircraft stores, they call it, aircraft parts. And at the same time, I was going to A&P school. I got my A&P license. And just a couple of months after that, an opening for a trainee, what they called back then a maintenance trainee program, an MTP, JFK. So I went to JFK 2 years as a trainee and worked there. And then after that, I came back to Memphis and started working in hangar maintenance, heavy maintenance. And same thing I did in New York. We did the 727s and DC-10 B checks in New York. And the same thing when I came back to Memphis, we did 727s, DC-10s, and then that was about the time we started getting the A300s and the MD-11s, because we worked those as well.
Now, you just listed like 4 cargo planes. Which of those is your favorite? I'm just adding a question here.
Well, probably my favorite would be the 727, because that is the first big jet I ever worked on. Up until that point, A&P school was a couple of Cessna 172s. We had a Beech 18, which was pretty cool to work on.
Very cool.
And then, but yeah, the first jet I ever worked on was a 727. And it was just, I always thought it was a very cool jet. And it was in aviation for such a long time. And was a backbone of many airlines. So it was a good workhorse of an airplane.
And then, what were some of the specific accomplishments between all those different jobs that you had? Any particular awards or accomplishments or anything that you're nominated for, anything like that?
Not necessarily. I mean, I've got a couple of training awards. The FAA would give out these awards. I don't know if they still do that or not. If you had so many training hours and did so many certain courses and tests that they would give you an award for. Accomplishment wise, I feel like I bounced around a little bit. I did a lot of temporary assignments. So I worked like 3 or 4 months gigs in Oakland, Salt Lake City, Casper, Wyoming, places like that. So that was kind of a change to go do something else other than working in Memphis.
I didn't know there was a location in Wyoming. My family.
Yeah, there's not much going on in Casper, Wyoming.
Yeah, Wyoming's pretty desolate.
There was only 2 of us there, so it was not much going on.
Was JFK your favorite of those Oakland and all those others?
JFK was fun for a couple of reasons, because I got to become a mechanic, and you can tell by my accent, I am from New York, actually.
Right.
I grew up in the South from my father being a Marine Corps, but my family is in the New York area, New York and New Jersey area. So I got to hang out with cousins and aunts and uncles for a couple of years. So it wasn't like I just went to a whole big city and had no idea what was going on. I had been going back and forth to New York ever since I was a kid. So it wasn't like a complete scare to me to go to the big city.
Okay, but you were born in the South then originally? That's where.
No, I was born in New York, but I've raised in the South. With my father being a Marine Corps, we lived a couple of times in Millington, Tennessee at NAS Memphis, Marine Corps Air Station, the River in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Lived in New Jersey, lived in New York, so bounced around a lot. Until I was 15 when my father retired. So
East Coast,
just a military brat life.
Gotcha. Very cool. I don't know where Steve went, but
yeah, he disappeared. I don't know. There he is.
He has some questions.
On the other side of the screen.
Working on the audio. I guess there's an echo going on, so I've been working on that. But hey, we're just going to keep rolling here.
All right.
So MJ, share with us some of the accomplishments in your career with FedEx. Some, maybe interesting major projects you worked on and things that you really just felt were big accomplishments.
I guess one big project I got a little involved with, I was in management for a little while, and I went to Dresden, Germany to do a brief assignment over there. We, at Dresden, there was a facility there that did our A310 passenger to freighter conversions. So I went and oversaw a project that an outside vendor, other than the people in Dresden, it was a vendor from Belgium. And with all the European laws, we had to send somebody from FedEx to go over and oversee that. So I got to go. Of course, it was the middle of March. So it was pretty cold and snowy, but it was a pretty cool city to check out.
Wow, very cool. All right, sorry, I'm working on the audio here.
Okay.
All right. So MJ, so as we know, you're an very accomplished photographer. How did you get into photography?
I first got into photography, I guess, when I was in high school. My father had an old Canonette camera that he let me have, so I do some film pictures and did a little slide film, and had some nice pictures here and there. But it really kind of took off in the digital age once I got into digital cameras, and got a lot of got some good pictures. Got a few pictures in magazines here and there, and some aviation magazines, a couple of railroad magazines, something else I take pictures of. A couple of newspapers, and then I guess my biggest photo now is I have 2 years ago was involved with the United States Postal Service with a postage stamp. They did a series on the Mississippi River, and my photo that I had taken of a barge going underneath the bridges in Memphis was selected to represent Tennessee. So yeah, that's it right there. That's my biggest accomplishment. That's on a U.S. stamp, and yeah, that was a pretty cool deal.
And here's the stamp right here. That is so
Oh, that's
awesome.
awesome.
Whenever I saw this, I forget, a while back, you had posted it somewhere, and it's like, wow, that is very cool. I mean, who gets their photo on a United States postage stamp? Hardly anybody. I mean,
I almost lost the opportunity because it didn't seem real when they first contacted me by email. I thought it was some kind of scam, so I was a little leery about it at first. And the guy had to do a lot of proving to me who he was and what this was all about before I was giving up any more information. And then COVID happened, so that kind of delayed everything as well. And then eventually it came out in I think 2022. Yeah, I think it came out last year. Or 2021, I forget what year it was. They had a big ceremony downtown on the river here in Memphis, and several of the other photographers for the different states were there. So it was a pretty cool deal.
How'd you get that shot? It looks, it's not from like a drone or something. It's from a boat.
It was from a drone. Yes, it was from a drone.
wow,
I was see the silver bridge up there. That's the I-55 bridge.
Got it.
I was to the left of that. I was on the Arkansas side of the river, and yeah, I launched that drone out pretty far. I was a little concerned about it getting back.
Yeah, it's
But it worked out.
Uh-huh. Wow, that is so awesome. Very awesome. Hey, speaking of photography and stuff, let's share some of your pictures, and maybe you could tell us a little story behind each picture. We are going to start with, let me get everything pulled up here. All right, we're going to start with FedEx 727.
Yes, that's what we got there. That's FedEx 727, aircraft 193. That was I was a part of the de-ice team. I was one of the de-ice coordinators, they called us. So we were doing a practice event. It was just with water. We trained the guys to how to de-ice the aircraft. And I had my camera and tripod with me, of course. It was in the middle of the night, and it was probably about a 30-second exposure to get that shot. And then, unfortunately, about 4 months later, that plane went to the desert, and that was the end of that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I always hate to hear about planes going to the desert.
Yeah, we gave a lot of them away to different schools and some museums, but I mean, we had close to 200 727s in our fleet at one time. You know, not everybody wanted one.
Wow. All right, let's move on to the next one. Tell us a little bit about this runway.
That is runway 4 right at JFK. This was actually just a couple of months ago. I was going up back to New York, flying in a 767 in the jump seat. And yeah, I took this shot as we were on approach to 4 right there. I thought it was pretty cool. I could see the captain there in front of me, and I just thought that was a pretty cool framing, and took that shot as we were on final approach.
Wow, that is awesome. All right, let's check out a little military action here.
That was a That was at the Columbus Air Show in Columbus, Mississippi. Oh, probably back in 2005, 2007. I had I'd done several air shows at this point. I'd learned on when the solos are going, you have to pick one or the other to focus on and follow that aircraft to get the shot. Because if you try to guess where they both were at the same time and took the shot without moving with one of the airplanes, they'd both be blurry. So I focused on the aircraft on the left because he was the one that was showing me the top side of the aircraft and got the shot.
Wow. All right, let's check out this one right here.
Now that was in Casper, Wyoming. They weren't there to do an air show. And like I said earlier, there were just two mechanics there working in Casper. I was a swing shift guy. We never saw each other because of the way the schedule worked. But the Blue Angels had an issue with this jet. And so they were coming in and they were parking it all on the FedEx ramp. And the day shift guy called me at the hotel I was staying at, gets them to wake me up. And I thought he was joking at first. He goes, "Man, you got to get your camera and get down here now." So yeah, I got down there and got this shot as they were. This was a number 4 jet, though it didn't have a number decal on there. I don't know why that was. I don't remember.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, they were repairing that plane, but all the jets came in and landed. A little while later, the C-130 came in. These are all the maintenance guys that came off the C-130. They did some work, ran the engines up a few times, and everything was good. And they all took back off, and I forget where they were going for the air show, maybe Billings or somewhere like that.
Very cool. Let's check out this one. La Campagne.
That is, they only have 2 airplanes in their fleet. So this was, I was on a trip. I was actually coming back from Greece with my family. We were in Newark, and I couldn't quite get the full tint of the window because it's shooting through the window, and it was with my phone. But I just thought it was really cool. I saw that. I'd never seen that airline before. And then the Aer Lingus is pushing back. The United 777 is taking off. There's Lufthansa. There's TAP. I was like, man, I got a whole just everything going on here. The city's in the background, New York City. So I thought that was a pretty cool shot.
Yep. Speaking of La Campagne, I think Jeb Brooks did a video on them just a while back. And he took the flight, I think, where is it, Paris Orly out to JFK?
To Newark. Well, I don't know if I guess maybe they fly to JFK. I'm not sure. But this is Newark. I know they fly that Orly to Newark.
Okay, maybe that's probably what it was. But his review, he gave him a really good review on them, and yeah.
Did you fly Emirates from New York to Athens?
No, I flew United.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I want to.
Oh no, going to Athens, I flew Air Canada. Coming back, I flew United.
I did that one time because my dad's from Athens, so I did that once from Montreal. It was pretty
cool.
Good. But,
yeah, we were going on a cruise, so we flew Memphis, Newark, Montreal to Athens, and on the way back, it was Athens, Newark to Memphis.
Okay.
And I don't give you my what happened with United Airlines, but it was not a good return trip.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on that.
It was a lot longer than it should have been.
I have a whole story about that from Athens. Yeah.
All right, I don't hear y'all anymore.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, I don't hear y'all anymore. I don't know what happened.
Uh-oh. All right.
There you go. I can hear you now.
Okay.
There we go. How about tell us about this one.
This was at the TWA hotel. This was the same trip that you saw earlier of me landing at JFK. It was for a family. Unfortunately, a family member had passed away. That's why I was up there. But this was on the night I was leaving. So I had some time, and I went to the TWA hotel, which they were pretty cool about letting me go up onto the observation deck. I couldn't bring my luggage up there. I had to check my luggage in with them. And there wasn't a whole lot of people up there. It was kind of a cold night, but they have this Connie there that they I forget who they got it from, but they refurbished this thing and got it there on. You can go inside of it. It's got like a little bar set up inside of the Connie, and it's a beautiful setup. And if you're ever there and you can go out on that observation deck, of course it's right there. The A380, Emirates A380 parks right there. You got most of the international airlines there, and then there's also JetBlue's terminal is there, Terminal 5. And it's a great view from that deck.
Wow, that is awesome. All right, tell us about this one.
This was on our trip to Greece. This was on the island of Corfu, in Corfu town.
Nice.
And Transavia 737 landing. It's a cool setup. It's a single runway. So terminal is at one end of the runway, and normally aircraft back taxi down the runway because there's no taxiway. So they back taxi down the runway, and there's a huge, almost like a cul-de-sac that they do a 180 in, turn around and take back off. But this here is coming in over the bay, the nice Greek hillside there. There's I wouldn't call it a park. There's like an observation area above the airport, and there's also a cafe there as well. And so there's a lot of spotters up there, and it's just a great view. You could just hang up there all day long. It's pretty much 737s and A320 and 321s coming in and out of there, but it's a lot of different airlines, like you wouldn't see anywhere. I mean, just European airlines.
Yeah, there's another island called Skiathos in Greece that has a similar setup with the 180 at the end of the runway. It's on the other side of Greece, of Corfu. But yeah, it's a similar thing. I watched some spotting videos there. I want to go sometime.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool deal.
Cool. All right, here's a very cool photo as well.
Oh.
Yeah, this one here, this was on a July 4th weekend. It was what we call a fleet-in situation. So all the airplanes are in. Of course, these are all 727s. And actually, I can tell you, so the 4 that are here, the first one, 281, was an ex-Air Canada. It was retired in May of 2011, and it went to Victorville. The second one, 262, was also ex-Air Canada, retired to Victorville, and a year later, May 2012. The third one there, 466, is, I'm not sure where you're at, Michael, but Steve, you're like around San Jose, right?
Yes, I am.
This 466 is at the Aerospace Museum of California at Sacramento Airport.
Oh,
wow.
Nice.
And 213 is, 213 was a Surveyor Cargo in the Congo, and I can't really confirm if it's still flying or not.
Okay, so
but it was one of the ones made for FedEx. You know, FedEx got the last 15 727s ever built.
Wow.
Oh.
And that was one of the last, 217 FD was the last one ever built, and it's still flying with the oil spill response unit in UK. But this was one of the last 727s ever built.
So they don't use the 727s anymore. They're just parts.
Who's that? The oil response people? They don't use them?
No, I mean FedEx doesn't use 727s at all anymore.
No. They're all gone, unfortunately.
But the MD-11s I wonder if they're planning to keep those for a little while going forward.
Well,
Give us an update on the
you brought that up. Actually, tomorrow, right today's the 10th. Tomorrow, aircraft 594 is sitting in Newark, and it's going to make one more flight to Victorville. So it'll be retired. We retired a couple last week. There will be by the end of this month 3 more. One tomorrow, and then 2 more. So there'll be 3 retired by the end of this month, and 2 more 757s are going to be retired too.
Oh wow!
So we're currently, I think, 41 MD-11s. There'll be 40 by tomorrow, and then by the 1st of June, we'll probably be down to about 30. So slowly, they're just from attrition, and they're pretty old airframes, so they were kind of due to go, and the 767's picking up a lot of that slack. So unfortunately, I hate to see the tri-jet go. I enjoyed working on the MD-11, but they are getting a little long in the tooth.
The A300s are keeping those. Planning to keep those.
The A300s have a little more life in them, because we got, especially the 600 numbered A300s. They were built for us. So that was 30 of those, I believe, 30 or 40 of those. I forget how many we had built. Some of the 700 series numbers that we got from the air carriers were probably a little shorter lifespan on them.
Gotcha.
But the A300s will still be kicking for a while.
Wow. Yeah, I think San Jose gets an A300, and I remember a while back Sal was there for stream, and he said he liked seeing the A300.
Hey, A300 is a good airplane. Yeah, I enjoyed working that one. I don't work it as often. It's worked in our hangar, but it's more of the way the schedule works is more of a swing shift aircraft, and I don't see it very often.
Okay. What do you normally see on your ship?
I usually work the MD-11 and the 777. I'm a day shift guy. I'm avionics, so we do the initial start of all the checks. We do a lot of cockpit checks, autopilot checks, those kind of things. A lot of flight control movement before anybody else gets on the airplane.
Okay.
And then we clear off, and the hangar guys take over from there during the check.
Now, is FedEx still taking delivery of 767 and 777 freighters?
I believe we have a few more for this year. I'm not exactly sure. May not be till after our fiscal year starts June 1st, so maybe after June 1st we get a few more.
Okay.
But we just got a couple. We just got the latest 777. Maybe we got end of November, 1st of December. We got a 777.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know what the slate is for any more new aircraft. I know we have a few more that we're supposed to get, but I'm not sure of the delivery times.
Oh, awesome. All right, let's check out another photo. Let's check out this one, Air Canada.
Air Canada, that was in Montreal. Actually, that is the aircraft that we flew to Montreal on. My family and I, my wife and daughter and I.
Uh-huh.
It was a nice ride. I enjoyed flying on Air Canada. It was a comfortable seat, even though we were on economy for a long flight. But it was comfortable. The service was great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Montreal was a cool little airport. I took a lot of pictures there. We had a long layover, so it worked out pretty good.
Very cool.
Awesome. All right. Now this is a interesting one coming up right here.
Steve, your mic's a bit low, by the way.
Yeah, I'm turning it up.
Okay.
All right, so this here is, excuse me. This was at the, let me look at my hat, the Vintage Flying Museum in Fort Worth, Texas at, oh man, it's not Alliance. What is it? I can't remember the name of that airport.
Oh, there, yeah. Oh boy.
Anyway, so yeah, I was down there for some other business, and I just kind of came across this museum, Meacham International Airport, FTW.
Okay.
So it was around Christmas time, and they had this. This was a DC-3 that was converted to a C-49J for the military during World War II as a trainer. And they did these Christmas flights, Christmas light flight. You would take off and you'd fly around Dallas, Fort Worth, and look at the Christmas lights.
Oh wow.
The plane was set up where there were seats on the left side, but on the right side it just had these bubble windows and like a kneeling pad all the way across. Everybody would kneel on that side and look out the window, and they'd go on these right turn patterns over the lights and everything. But I just asked, hey man, can I go hang out in the cockpit with y'all? And yeah, they let me come up here. So this was a shot in the cockpit as we're flying over Dallas, Fort Worth.
Wow, that is awesome.
It was a great, the sound of it and everything. It was just awesome. I'm so glad I did it.
That's almost kind of. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bring that one back up. I clicked the wrong photo. All right, yeah. Tell us about this one, MJ.
That one, at the time I didn't think much about it. I didn't realize that Northwest wouldn't exist anymore. So when I was going through some pictures to get ready for this, I saw that and I said, man, you just won't see that anymore. A Northwest 57 and a Northwest DC-9, both on approach in Memphis. And I don't know what became of the DC-9 because I don't know I can't even read the registration number in the photo. But this one here flew for Delta for a little bit after Delta bought them out, but now it was parked in the desert in Marana, the Penal Airport in Arizona there.
Yeah.
So it could be parted out by now for all I know. But Northwest was a huge hub for Memphis, and we used close to 200 flights a day. Northwest would fly in and out of Memphis. And
I remember that. Yeah.
Now Memphis is and we get passenger carriers, of course. It's nothing like it was back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
When I was loading up these pictures to get ready for the show tonight, when I saw this, first thing that came to my mind was a parallel approach at SFO.
Yeah, it was just a little coincidence to catch it like that, because I don't think that at the time we didn't have the third Northwest runway, so I don't know if they were. I don't think they were probably staggered a little bit because the runways are staggered, so it looks parallel, but one runway is a little farther down than the other.
Okay.
But yeah, the SFO stuff, that's kind of what it looks like. It sure does.
Yep. Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind, and I was like, at first I thought, whoa, was he at SFO some years ago? Northwest flew a DC-9 to SFO, or but it's regardless, man. It's an awesome shot.
Thank you.
MJ. I'm sorry, Michael. Do you have a question for him, or?
No.
Okay.
The back's DC-9, right? That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, DC-9 and a 757. Lady Cat would not approve because there's no winglets on that on that rocket ship.
Hey, that's how they were born. No winglets.
Yeah.
All right, MJ, tell us about this next one.
Ooh.
All right, so that's a CH-53E Super Stallion for the United States Marine Corps. This was taken from the hangar where I work. This little taxiway is not there anymore because when they reconfigured some things at the Memphis International, that taxiway doesn't exist anymore. So they had come in on runway 27 and landed. And luckily, I had my camera with me on my toolbox and snapped this shot. And this is one of the types of helicopters that my father worked on in the Marine Corps. And I can remember seeing there were 2 squadrons of these when I was at the river as a kid. So I can remember seeing 5, 6, 7 of these at a time flying in a formation. And they make a heck of a racket, but they're pretty impressive. They're the workhorse for the United States Marine Corps.
And just like seeing that, like
So cool.
just dead on, like face to face. That
Yeah, I see a bunch of missiles.
It's a pretty impressive piece of machinery.
Yeah.
I could imagine. How far away from it do you think you were when you were taking this photo?
Probably 300 yards, maybe. I had a zoom lens on the camera, so I was probably about 300 yards away.
Okay. I mean, that's just awesome. Just like being able to be face to face with.
Yeah, I tend to notice the helicopters when they come. I can hear them maybe because growing up, I'm just used to it. Because sometimes, like the guys I work with, they're like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And I'll just catch them out, and they won't hear it first. I just grew up those things. Like my father used to say, a helicopter just beats the air into submission.
Are those things as loud as Blackhawks?
They're pretty loud.
Okay.
They're pretty loud.
Wow, awesome. All right.
Very cool.
All right, MJ. Got just a few more here. Tell us about this Emirates A380, and this is I'm sure Cheryl is probably really digging this photo.
This was in Los Angeles 2 years ago. Maybe I did this. I took the helicopter out of Hawthorne.
Oh, okay.
We took the helicopter tour, and I had there's another individual that I know that had done this. So I talked to them about it, and then this was still right as COVID was kind of ending. So it was still on just Emirates flying the A380 in LA at the time. So I wanted to get a picture of an A380. So I scheduled the helicopter ride to be coinciding with the departure of the Emirates aircraft. The bonus was it was a very I don't think it was humid. There was just a lot of moisture. There was a lot of marine layer. So when they took off and all this rolled over the top of the wings, I got pretty lucky on that shot there.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, you can see the fluff over the wing, and that's just an awesome shot. That's just something you don't see every day.
No, not here in Memphis anyway.
So at what elevation or altitude were you in the helicopter?
We were very high. We were probably 1,000 to 1,500 feet, maybe.
Okay, so yeah,
They do a nice little pattern over the terminals in between the runways. He took me out, flew me over the top of the FedEx facility. So I took a bunch of pictures of the FedEx planes, and then we get the clearance to go in between the runways and stay between this 1,000 to 1,500 feet window.
Okay.
And like mid runway, not at one end or the other. You're about midway down the runway.
Okay.
And it worked out pretty good.
Oh, all right. That's awesome. All right, we just got a couple more here. Let's go to this one right here.
Oh,
I don't know where that is. No, that was a heyday there because most of these are MD-10s in the picture.
Oh,
so
wow.
Of course, there's an MD-10 in the foreground, and
oh yeah,
some of them may not even been converted yet. It's hard to see on this. You can see a little writing on the nose. So when they were converting them, they would put this decal on the nose that said MD-10, so you knew if it was an MD-10 or a DC-10. It hadn't been converted yet. And the other way that you could tell was the placement of the VHF antenna on the top. The DC-10, the antenna was still up by the cargo door near the nose of the aircraft. When it had the mod, the MD-11s have the VHF in mid-fuselage, so that's what you can kind of see it, barely see it there, but mid-fuselage would tell you that it was an MD-10. But yeah, there's these MD-10s, A300s, some A310s in there, but this is on the west end of the FedEx ramp.
Wow, I might after, I don't know if you know, have you actually counted how many aircraft are in this photo? Because I may
in this photo
sit here and count. If you do, don't say it because I'm gonna sit here and count later. But have you counted how many are in this photo?
No, I'd have to sit here and count them.
All right. All right, let's move to one more photo. MJ, tell us about this one.
Okay, this is Canadian snowbirds. This is called a Raytheon CT-156 Harvard 2. I used to volunteer and work for the air shows. This is at the old NAS Memphis, Naval Air Station Memphis in Millington, Tennessee.
Okay.
So I'd work the air shows. A bunch of us that were mechanics at FedEx would come in and volunteer to work the air shows, and we park the airplane. So and then we would kind of hang out there at night. Because I think this particular night we had a really late airplane coming in for the static display, so I just hung out and got this nice shot because there's nobody there. There was only like about 6 of us there waiting for the I want to say it was a KC-135 that was coming in, so we could park it.
Okay.
And yeah, I worked several air shows and did kind
Wow.
of like the unofficial photographer. And one time they put me up in a R-44 and we flew around the field taking pictures of the people and the static displays and all of that. So it was pretty nice.
Wow.
And if you've never seen the Snowbirds, they put on a really great show because they have like 10 or 12 aircraft in their formation, and they put on a really good show.
Uh-huh. I can't remember if the Snowbirds have ever been out to Fleet Week in San Francisco. I can't remember. Maybe Sal, you could tell us you streamed at Fleet Week this last year, and definitely this year I want to go. But I'm not sure if the Snowbirds were there. But I can imagine they probably put on a really great show. Yeah, Allison Bauer says it's a great show. She just saw them this summer.
It is a great show. It really is.
Yep. Well, MJ, man, thank you so much for
You're welcome.
being on the show, sharing with us tonight. I don't know if anybody has any questions in the chat for MJ, but man, I tell you what, that's quite a collection, and that's just probably just a
Yeah,
smidgen of what you have. I can imagine.
I was looking earlier. I have a Flickr account where I keep most of my photographs on, and I have over 14,000
Wow.
photos on that account.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
MJScanlon.net if anybody wants to check it out. But yeah, there's over. That's how they found the picture for the stamp. Was on that
I'm
account.
put that in the chat right now. MJScanlon.net if you want
MJScanlon.net,
to check out his
yep.
collection.
Yep.
I know I will definitely be hitting that up a little later.
And you can also see me on the Instagram at MJ Scanlon Photography.
All right.
MJ. I'm typing this in the chat right now. That way,
It's like MJ, the lower dash case. I don't know what you call this space, Scanlon space photography.
Yeah, I just started following you. I think last week. I think it was last week. I started following.
Yeah, I think so. Just recently.
Yeah, and I'm just like, wow, there's some pretty awesome stuff on there as well. But yeah, if you all get a chance, check out MJ's Flickr account, which is at mjscanlon.net. Check him out on Instagram at mjscanlon photography, and yeah, give him a follow and just really check out all of his awesome work. Yeah, Sal follows you as well, and
yeah, Sal does.
Yeah. So once again, MJ, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And
Thank you.
I think we need to have you back. I think we need to have you back.
We can do it. That's not a problem.
Share some more, and
yeah, sure.
Get you booked in the future, and get you back on the show.
All right.
And share some more of your outstanding work with us. So
I appreciate
once
it.
again, thank you, my friend, and it's been good getting to know you, and look forward to getting to know you even more here in the near future.
All right, good deal. Thanks, Steve. Sam, Michael.
All righty.
Guys.
MJ, thank you so much, and we will catch you on the next one.
All right, see you.
All right. Wow, what a segment with MJ. I mean, just looking at the pictures, you can probably see the grin on my face right now. Just his work is just tremendous. Cool. I mean, I know sometimes I've shared my photos, and I'm just like, I'm in awe right now of his work. And
I need a drone.
Yeah, and that drone shot with the stamp, that's just absolutely.
That's wild.
It is wild, and him getting on that stamp. That's a very rare. That's a very rare opportunity to get, and I know he probably feels very honored. So, definitely. All right, hey, it's that time again.
All right.
Start getting your regs ready. Start getting those special liveries ready. We're gonna do a little plane tracking. Probably not too long tonight, but we're gonna do some plane tracking. And let's pull up the old Flight Radar 2.4, and let's see what is happening out in the skies tonight.
All right.
And I see Miss Cheryl OG is headed out. Thank you, Cheryl, for joining us this evening. We'll catch you on the flip flop. And let's get on this Flight Radar 24. And I think I seen somebody that named Anakin was here.
Right.
little earlier. We all know who that is, but we won't. We'll keep it under wraps out of respect. But Anakin, I may want to have you on the show sometime as well, and
All right.
get to interview you about all of your success and what you got going on. All righty. So what's up first? All right. Let's see. We got. Hold on one second here. There we go. All right, John, you're up first. John Gibson, DLH457. And I was going to have a little bit of background music playing while we did this. I just ran out of time this week, but we're going to next week have a little background music while we.
Good background music.
All right, John, where's 457? All right, it left LAX about an hour and 38 ago. Where is this plane in the world right now? Or where? It looks like it's over Wyoming.
Oh.
Over Wyoming. Still got about 8.5 hours to Frankfurt. This one does have the current livery. At first, I thought I was seeing yellow, but I've seen all the yellow planes on the map. My eyes are bugging out a bit. All right, and yeah, that plane's still got a ways to go. Oh, sorry about that. It's 11 years old and it's flying at 33,000 and 610 miles per hour on the ground speed. It's making some good headways, and you know what? Right in front of it, I see a A380. Oh, this is the LAX to Dubai flight. This is a EK216, and it probably left maybe 10, 15 minutes before Lufty, and they are actually over South Dakota right now, and that flight still got right around 13.5 hours left, and they're flying at 35,000 feet at about 598 miles per hour. So yeah, those are probably, I would think, Sal and even Mr. Anakin, that these are probably the two most popular flights per day on the live streams. Everybody loves seeing these flights. I know I'm a little partial to the 747, but that's just me. All righty. Thanks, John, for that. And let's see. Oh, I'm seeing a comment. I'm going to find it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, okay. You're new to planes. Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah. But regardless, man, it's good to have you here tonight. I'm Sal. Nice to meet you. Oh, my gosh. Sal, you could tell Sal, hey, I'm back. He'll say, well, hello back. I'm Sal. So I would always used to say, I have returned. That way he couldn't pull that little stunt of a comment on me. All right. Hey, Ray K, good to see you. Good to see you, friend. Glad to see you here this evening. Glad you could join us. All right. So let's see. Did we have any more requests? Oh, John's got more, but hold on. Let's, I got to scroll. My chat's a little different on this software we use here.
Yeah.
So, okay. I went too far. There we go. All righty. Mr. Brian SFO, my homie here from the Bay Area, got PR 104. Philippines Airlines. PAL going from Manila to SFO. Let's see where that plane is right now. Over the Pacific. And it's got about an hour and a half to SFO. And I'm kind of wondering about SFO because we're getting some weather moving in here in the Bay Area. So I'm not sure if SFO's on reverse ops. San Jose was on reverse ops. Sal was there yesterday. But anyways, PAL, like we said, an hour and a half out. They're cruising about 37,000 feet. And, hey, they're kind of booking it at 631 on the ground speed. So, yeah, they're getting their boogie on, so to speak. And should be getting into SFO here in about an hour and a half. I see a 7-4 down here. Let's check this one out real quick. What do we got here? I think it's Cargolux. Anchorage to Guadalajara. That's an interesting flight. I didn't realize they flew that big of a cargo flight down to Guadalajara, Mexico. And that's a -8 freighter. All right. Interesting. Brian, thank you so much for the PAL request. And MJ's got one. All right, MJ. MJ. Ooh, there we go. MJ's got.
I guess it's necessary.
He's got. Ooh, this is going to be a new one I've never seen before.
Military.
I love these new ones. Air
Oh,
Europa, Air Europa.
heard of that.
And this is a 787-9 Dreamliner going from Madrid. Now, this is not Santa Cruz, California it's headed to. I'm not sure.
It's probably an island.
Probably an island somewhere, but I saw Santa Cruz. I'm like, whoa.
I'm
Santa Cruz,
assuming it's like
California. I'm like, whoa. Oh my gosh, it's right off the coast of Africa right now.
yeah.
Wow. And that's that's like almost a 11-hour flight, and it's still got about 8 hours to go. And they're cruising at 34.9, almost 35,000. Not quite booking it. Doing 488 on the ground speed, so they've got a way to go. And wow, thank you for that one, MJ. And you know what? I see an A380 over here. Let's just kind of go over here, and it's British from Johannesburg, South Africa to London. Yeah, about another almost 3 hours to go. 36,000. All right. MJ, thank you for that one, buddy. Appreciate it. Where am I? Okay. Let's see. Jazz music. I was talking about jazz music. All right, John Gibson's next.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see. Check this out. For you, John. Man, I wish I had the music right now. Totally forgot about that. All right, John.
Imagine next
tab. Oh, the retro Lufty 747-8. It's actually on the ground right now in Frankfurt.
Ooh.
And it looks like it came in from Buenos Aires, Argentina earlier.
Buenos Aires.
That's on the ground. It's next departure will be to Johannesburg and tomorrow. Oh, it's actually been on the ground since yesterday, the 9th. Okay, so it's been on the ground, and tomorrow it's going to get back up in the air. All right, John, thank you for that one so much. Appreciate it. All right, what do we got next up in the lineup? Kai Bowen, settle down, Anakin. I love all the fun in the chat. If I wasn't hosting, I'd be right there with you guys, being in the chat, having fun and
That's
making
a cruise
trouble.
Bolivia. Okay.
What?
It's Bolivia.
Oh, you got to put on sunscreen so you don't look healthy.
That's right.
Oh my gosh! All right. Hey, can you guys tell me if the echo's still there? I've been trying to work on it. I've got a new mixer, new mic, and everything, so we're still working out the bugs. But Red, you can't kick you off, but Michael or Lady Cat can, but they're not going to do that. We have no reason to kick anybody off. All right, okay. Here we go. Mr. Where's my camera? Mr. Anakin.
Yes.
I'd like to see SAA061. All right. Okie
Oh, Sal with his jokes.
Oh, South African. That's an airline I haven't heard of in quite a while. Okay, this is going from Lagos to Johannesburg. And what is that, about a 5.5 hour flight on an A330-300? Where are they at right now? They are off the coast
Can't see it.
Oh, they're off the coast of Angola. Wow. And what are they cruising at? 39,000 at 541.
Put it on the screen.
I actually have a quick South African. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure.
You don't have it on the screen.
Oh
Nobody
my gosh.
can see it.
I apologize.
Just trying to tell you.
You're trying to tell me, and I'm over here rambling on like an idiot.
Yeah, I'm like, where are we?
There we go.
All right.
So I have a quick story about South Africans. So many years ago, have some very good friends. They are of South African descent. They're now here in the United States. I believe it was it them? Yeah. Gave me a I forget what scale the model was of a South African 747.
Oh.
And, yeah, it's in my storage in my closet somewhere. But and while we're on the subject, I also have a SAS. I think it's a 164th, 125th scale. This thing's like huge. An SAS 747. I think it's probably a 200. But yeah, I have some interesting stuff put away in the closet. I might have to pull some out and show it sometime. Anyways, thank you, Mr. Anakin, for that. All right, let's go on to the next one. Let's see what's Anakin saying here. Josh gave me some fancy foo sunscreen the other day. The other brands aren't healthy. What the heck's a foo sunscreen?
No.
I mean, we can even make a show, man, just out of what everybody talks about in the chat. I mean, it's so funny. Okay, MJ told us that the Santa Cruz that obviously wasn't California is in Bolivia on that earlier flight. Thank you, MJ. Appreciate that. All right, Salito, we got you, buddy. AIC 158.
Yes.
All right, Air India. Here we go. Hey, they even already have the new Air India logo here. Wow, I didn't realize that till now. All righty. This is the Air India 787-8 going from Copenhagen to Delhi.
Ooh.
And they're
Gandhi livery.
they're on the tail end of this flight. They are over Punjab.
Didn't Sal see that one sometime?
That is they're up in, like, I guess you could say northern India right now. And
Sal, did you see that in person one time? The Gandhi livery? I think I was with you.
oh, it is the Gandhi livery.
Yeah.
But no, it wouldn't have come into SFO because they don't bring the 787s,
Oh,
and
okay.
right now
Maybe
they're
you
bringing
were
the
just tracking
777 200 LRs. But yeah, and I'm hoping sometime in the future we start
Two
seeing
times.
those A350s. All right, Sal, thank you for that one. Yeah, they're on the home stretch of their flight. All righty, let's go on to the next one. Let's see who we got here. All right, John. N905NN. N905 NN. Okay, this is American Airlines. What do we got here? The Astrojet. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got a story about. So this isn't obviously this isn't the original Astrojet. I don't know if you guys know, but they had a retro Astrojet as far back as 2001. The original, well, not the original, but probably the first retro that they did of the Astrojet. Let's put it that way. I actually flew on that plane back in 2001. Yeah, it was the second ever flight I had ever been on in my life. Flew from Orange County, Santa Ana, back up to SJC, San Jose. So I didn't realize that they did the Astrojet livery, retro livery on a newer 737-800, and looks like this thing just left DFW and it's headed to Cleveland, to Cheryl OG's area. All right. So yeah, they got another 2 hours. It's only a little over 2 hour flight from Dallas to Cleveland. Oh, I thought it would have been further. Anyways, thank you, John, for that one. Appreciate it. What do we got up next? Guy Spudbird instead of Gateford. That's a funny one. All right, Alvinor. Yes, Alvinor. Oh, Alvinor's bringing the interesting stuff. Like I was saying last week, Alvinor and John always have the super interesting rare stuff or even military stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like to have us track. All right. A380 Emirates going from Dubai to Port Louis. Where's Port Louis?
It's an island,
oh
I
my
think.
goodness. It's only like about a 5 or 6 hour flight from Dubai. Let's pan out a little. Oh, they got a race. Wait, who are they racing here? The company 777. But anyways, let's go back to the A380. They are out over
The Seychelles, I think.
Indian Ocean, off the the western coast of Africa. And where is Port Louis at?
I think it's Seychelles if you go south a little bit by Madagascar.
Oh, okay, down. Oh, there it is, right there. It's an island.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mauritius. Yeah.
There we go. It's right there.
The island of Mauritius.
Wow, I am surprised they fly an A380 to like a small island like that. Wow.
Their fleet is ridiculous with the A380s.
Their fleet
It's
is very ridiculous.
like 2/3 A380s.
And it's interesting. Some of the places they even fly those A380s. It's very, very interesting. All right, Alvinor, thank you for that one. Appreciate it. Michael wants to see QFA95. Check that
I don't
out.
know if you landed already.
Oh, all right. I'm going to say this correctly for Anakin. From Melbourne to LAX.
There
Oh,
you
it's
go.
the Yam Dreaming livery.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's got 12 minutes. They're just
Yeah, it's very
hey
close.
Michael, is this thing gonna fly over you?
I wish, but
Um,
probably not.
so we'll just say Michael lives in the Long Beach area right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, this thing's not too far from you. So it looks like it's
I'll
gonna
go over Huntington Beach now, but probably.
yeah, it's gonna go that way, and it's
Usually
gonna line
that.
up probably for the south side.
Yeah.
But heck yeah, man. You know what? I've always have admired the uniqueness of the Qantas liveries. And maybe next week I'll pull out. I think I might have.
I like the 100 too. This and the 100 are
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
trying to think what I have in the archives. I may have a 747 400 ER, and we'll tell that story later about the ER um, on the Qantas 747 400 ERs with that whole story. But anyways, I think I may have one with one of their older liveries from back in the early 2000s.
Ooh.
So I'll have to remember to check that out for next week. So, all right, Michael, thank you for that one. Let's see what else we got cooking in the chat. What?
Oh,
John,
Kurt.
somebody tooted? Hey, it wasn't me, man. I haven't had any free holies today. But I will tell you this. Last night or the night before, my mom made me some killer chile verde. Chile verde is a Mexican dish. It's chunks of really tender pork and a green sauce with a tomatillo and a little bit of very mild jalapeno and maybe some cilantro.
Good
And
stuff.
oh man, it is so good.
Making me hungry.
So I didn't eat. I don't know if I have any leftovers, but I haven't eaten any of that today. So it was not me who tooted. And yes, Anakin, your message did make it up on the screen. All righty, Mr. Greg. All right, let's see what Greg's got for us, and I bet you this is going to be like right over Toronto.
Yeah, usually.
All right, let's see what he's got cooking here. Ooh, another new one.
Nail.
New one for me.
Nail means you, by the way.
And sure enough, it's coming right into Toronto over Greg. So I've never heard of Neos. Is this an Italian carrier? Seeing that it's out of Milan.
The reg is in Ireland, dude.
Oh,
That's weird.
Irish. Is it Irish?
Yeah, orange.
Yeah, it's a Dash 9 Dreamliner.
But it flies from Italy.
On their way to Toronto.
Open Nation.
Wow. This is what I like about doing the plane tracking segment. Seeing stuff I've never heard of or seen before. And it really, for me, it opens my eyes to different carriers around the world, and even just getting a glimpse into other areas of the world just on a simple flight tracker. All right, Greg, thank you for that one. Let's see what else we got cooking. I think I'm really behind. Oh, I'm way behind in the chat. Oh,
I need to relax, but relax for the chat.
Oh man, I'm way behind. I'm behind like 100 messages.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna speed up here a little bit. I'm gonna try to get caught up here a little bit, guys and gals. Allison Bowers, good night. Thank you for joining us. That may have been a few minutes ago because I am really behind in the chat.
That's good.
Oh, Anakin, hold on. Has a South African 1200A3 4600. Ooh, that's a cool one. You should show it on that show that those guys.
Yeah.
You might know them at LAX. I think it's a couple of brothers run it. Maybe drop by there and show that. Have them show your model for you.
Oh yeah.
All righty, let's see what else we got here. I'm getting there. I'm catching up. Let's do one for Guy Bowen. UAL 837.
My favorite.
Michael's favorite airline.
Yes.
We might have
to
MJ's too, here in the near future for all of our newer viewers.
Yeah.
All right, Guy. Ooh, he picks an SFO flight coming out of my area. All right, it's oh my, it's getting chilly in my room. Whew. All right, we got a 777-200 ER. It's an oldie but goodie. Headed from SFO to Tokyo. It's out over the Pacific. Right. Where are they at? Okay, they're a little off the main traffic pattern there, but yeah, they've got another. How long they got? About 3.5 hours. I'm sorry, Michael. What's that?
Ray said I'm echoing now.
Oh, you are echoing?
That's okay.
Maybe turn down your volume that you're
Yeah.
listening from, like the
Oh,
audio feed back
yeah.
from your computer, maybe cut that back down.
All right.
Do like me, get some earphones or headphones for next week.
For sure.
Yep. I got to remind all of our guests, have earphones or headphones. Like I said earlier, I'm using a new podcast mixer and everything, so I'm still working out the bugs. But all right, Guy, thank you for this one. I'm sure Michael really loved it. Hey, John, street tacos are good, man. I say any tacos are good. Órale. All righty, let's see what else we got going here. Carne asada fries. Somebody keeps stealing Anakin stickers. Well, I'd steal them back if I were you. I wouldn't put up with that. All right, let's. All right, we're getting through the chat. Oh my gosh! All right, here's another one for MJF. FedEx 21, FTX 21. All right. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Okay, we've got a FedEx. It's a 777 freighter going from Hong Kong to Liege. I have never heard of. Maybe I've heard of Liege. Oh my gosh, is this thing like over a desert or something right now? Where is it at? Is this like Mongolia or China?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Liege is Belgium.
Okay, but that kind of looks like a kind of really like, well, maybe not desert, but it looks like very high terrain. And see, these are areas of the world I've never seen even on a map. So a lot of this really like opens up my eyes to other parts of the world that I've never traveled to and probably will never travel to. And yeah, this is a brand new freighter you guys got in the fleet.
All right.
Right on. I think the 777 freighter is my favorite freighter because I'm also a fan of 7. All right, MJ, thank you for that one. Appreciate that one, friend. All right, let's keep rolling down oh my gosh, I am getting way behind. But you know what?
Yeah.
Makes me happy because I know there's people watching and people in the chat, people having a good time. And Kirsten Mills loves Chile Verde. I agree with you. Sal, was he the one that tooted? Thought his mic was off? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hey, Sal, man, quit throwing pedo, dude. I mean, there's a difference between throwing pedo and getting pedo. So throwing pedo means passing gas. Getting pedo means getting drunk. All right,
Yes,
enough
sir.
of my stupid humor. All right, John, let's see where Freedom 1 is tonight. You know what? I was tracking Freedom 1 last night.
You should have the reds on him, man.
Yeah, Freedom 1's doing a short hop right now between Dallas and San Antonio. And yeah, just left Love Field about 8
Beautiful
minutes ago.
plane.
Got about 35 more minutes down to San Antonio, to the Alamo City. All right, John, thank you for that one. All right, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, guys, because I'm getting way behind in the chat. And Guy Bowen testing. Okay, let's see.
Sorry, just the volume.
Dude, stop clicking.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'm caught up. Oh, why did it say I had 100 messages when I didn't? All right. Well, I think that may be it on the flight tracking. So thank you everybody for that. And back to me and Michael.
All right.
Let's catch up with the chat a little bit. John Gibson says he loves Freedom 1. That's a beautiful bird. You know what? I still have not seen that thing in person, and I need to see it in person. It's been hanging out at Long Beach a lot lately.
So much.
I've noticed. Yeah.
I'm back and forth between
been
Long
hanging out there. Yeah. Yep. All right. Sal's got one more. Let me get the screen sharing going again. We'll do one more.
CFG.
We got to do one more. Sal. I mean, it's Sal. CFG2291. Condor. Oh, this better not be. This better not be. Oh my!
Of course it is. Is it blue one?
All right. I bet Anakin likes this one. Oh my gosh! I hate these.
Wait, it says it's a special order. Don Queso.
I don't care what it is. I hate these stupid striped Condor planes. All right, I got to get in the chat. I want to see what's going on in here. Yeah, Yeah, you're funny, dude. What is Anakin still here? Oh, there's Anakin right there.
It's strips.
Anakin loves the stripes, or at least knows somebody that loves the stripes. Can't stand those things, man. They drive me nuts.
Thank you, John
I mean,
Gibson.
they are unique though.
So,
But leave it to Sal. Yeah, why not? We're small. I'll keep up. We're on our descent right now. Let's put it that way. Sorry, it's been a long day, and I have a day job too that I have to take care of as well. Yeah,
I'm
John,
going
I
to
agree
share
with
your
you.
advice with us.
No stripes. No stripes. The only stripes I do like are like killer pinstripes, like on classic cars that have like custom paint jobs. Now that's the kind of stripes I like. All right. Team stripes, baby. Greg makes you want to get a haircut. Well, I don't get that. That one's literally making me scratch my head a little bit. All right, Sal, thank you for that one. All righty. Yeah, what do you mean, Greg? Makes you want to get a haircut? I don't get it. I don't get that one. Yeah, stripes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Alvin. We'll do one more. Why not? I ain't got nothing else to do. All right, let's hit up another one for Alvinor. This is probably gonna be a super interesting one. All right. Bye stripes, you suck. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, this is the Aviastar. I think we saw this one last week. I remember.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, where's this one headed? I don't even know. I can't even pronounce.
Russian plane.
I couldn't even tell you where that's coming from. But let's zoom out. Oh, it's a Russian cargo.
It's flying from Russia to Russia.
All right, awesome. Yeah, it's 33,000 at 522, but we have no idea where it's going. But yeah, I like that livery. It's kind of like a orange with a. Yeah, orange. We'll go with orange. All right, Alvinor, thank you for that.
Oh,
hey, last call for any.
I found one right there. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, great! Pass
There.
me a bowl.
There's one for you.
Can you help these guys out? Okay, let's. Oh, I love the chat right now, Greg. I can recommend Sal as your new barber. Oh my gosh! All right, Michael's got one. All right, Michael, what do you got for us? ET.
That's it, huh?
I'm just gonna copy and paste this one because I'm already. All right. Hey, how does my mic sound, everybody? I'm still kind of working on it a little bit. Ooh, Etihad. Etihad. A350 from New York to Abu Dhabi.
I think the pictures are wrong.
Is it in April when they start the Abu Dhabi to JFK A380? Maybe Anakin could tell us about that one. I bet his friends are probably going to go see it. But right here we got the A350 1000. And
I don't know if the pictures are correct for the 50.
It's already 7 hours into the flight. Got another 4.5. It's off the coast of Italy right now. Ooh, there's Rome right there. Oh my gosh. And there's the boot of Italy. Nice. All right, Michael, thank you for that one. And that's it's a 50 years livery. Okay, I don't know too much about Etihad.
I don't know if that's the right picture or not.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, but right on. All righty, what else we got here? These guys are talking about bowls, man.
Greg.
I mean, I'm getting hungry just period without. Oh, Brian SFO burrito bowl. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. A while back, let's see, when was it? Probably late summer, early fall. I was with Sal. We did a live stream SFO, SJC, and we stopped at Chipotle, and that's not really my favorite quote unquote Mexican food, but I'll tell you what, man, I did have a good burrito bowl that day. It was good. So anyway, we can even talk about food on this show. All right, let's see. I think I saw one more request here. Yeah, we sure can. Greg, FedEx 147. Toronto to Memphis. And it is an MD-11. Nice. Okay, let's see. Did this thing just take off? Or is it still on the ground? Oh, it's still Still on the ground. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's not departing like for another half hour. But it's headed your way, MJ. Right on, Greg. Thank you for that one. Where are we at? A bowl cut haircut.
Yes.
I bet Sal can give one. A bowl cut haircut. Oh my gosh. Yes, John. Tacos. I'm not sure what's for dinner here tonight. I think we're having soup, which is getting cold here. Reiki. Chipotle makes me sick. Yeah, I very rarely eat there, but I will tell you, that day that burrito bowl was pretty good. What do we got here, Greg? Am I the only one here whose mother cut their hair? Are you serious? Oh
Yes.
my gosh. I feel sorry. I feel bad for you, man. All right. Let's just, what do we got here, Kirsten? Thank goodness Boss Man's not home, or he'd want something. All right. They're going right there. Okay, what do we got here? Brian Steve's Food Channel. Well, hey, they do serve meals on airplanes. Some good, some bad, some unrecognizable. We could talk about food. Heck yeah, man. Food and planes. That's a good life right there. All right, what do we got here? MJ. Oh, Toronto to Memphis MD-11 576 FE will be retired February 8th. Oh man, that's a bummer. I was getting kind of bummed when you're talking about those retirement dates for some of the MD-11s. All right. Oh, Sal, you're killing me. Just kidding. All right, Sal's got one. Yeah, we might break the record for our longest show ever.
This is long.
I think our record's at a whole hour and a half. That's nothing compared to the guys who are out streaming at the airports 8 to 10 hours. I don't know how you guys do it, but
what is this?
Oh, what is this? Yamal Airlines?
Never heard of that.
At first, I thought this was an A319, but it's not.
It's another Russian airplane.
It's a Russian Sukhoi Superjet. Oh my gosh! At quick glance, I thought it was a A319. Wow.
Huh.
I want to get a better look at this. Let's and who's ever the photographer on this,
Wow.
thank you. We're not stealing your photo, but we're showing it to a few people. Oh my gosh!
It's a Russian plane.
Wow.
Sukhoi.
Dang. I could have sworn it was an A319. All right.
That's the Embraer type nose.
Wow. All right, Sal, thank you for that one. And I lost the screen share again. That's all right. All right, what do we have here? Let's see. Bedia. Who's talking about Bedia? John. John, if it wasn't for your last name, I'd swear you were an honorary Mexican. Yeah. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Hey, our newest mod, even though we have no trouble here, but Lady Cat is in the house. She's a part of our team now, so welcome her and be nice to her. And don't insult winglets, or else she will.
You'll pay.
She will toss you if you talk bad about winglets. Let's see what else we got here. Yes, it was a Superjet guy. Like I said, I thought it was an A319. Wow. Guy, a Superjet, like soup, like I'm gonna eat in a while. Yeah, heck yeah, man. All righty. You missed the Russian jet that Sal showed us. That is a Sukhoi that I thought was an A319. He totally tricked me. All right. Yeah. All right. I think, you know what? I think we're getting to that time where it's almost time to wrap up. But
sure.
You know what? Sure. Lady Cat just got here. Well, let's ask her if she has anything she wants us to track. And you know what? I think I already know. I think I already know what she would like us to track. So I will pull that up just for her. N585 FE. You know what? It's actually in the air right now. It's just it just landed in Anchorage from Indianapolis. Oh my gosh, all that white, no thanks. White equals snow, which means cold. No thanks. It just landed. It's taxiing right now. If it wasn't for being so dang cold there, I wouldn't mind visiting that sometime, but no. I'm good.
It's freezing.
It's freezing. That one's for you, Lady Cat. If you have one more you want, Lady Cat, let us know. Since you just got here, just don't want to just cut the show off and not give you a chance. Here's some sad news right here.
Ice and bears, huh?
It's going to be retired on May 27th. I know Lady Cat is already kind of mourning
Sad.
that, and bear attack and moose. Hey, Anakin, those guys that that went up there, did they ever get attacked? I bet they had to watch their back pretty well when they went up there. Ice and bears at Anchorage. Trust him, he knows. Yeah, nothing cold for me. Maybe just a nice cold drink or something. But yeah, if they say big footprints, does that mean Bigfoot's there?
Oh,
All righty. All right. Well, I think we're gonna shut this thing down. And man, it was a good night. I mean,
yeah, it was fun.
with MJ, Sharon, and we're definitely gonna have him back on the show in the future.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta fix my green screen. This thing looks bad. I just have a horrible camera that I thought was gonna do the job better, but it hasn't. So I'm gonna try to fix this, because I was going with just a blank. I was just going without the green screen. I mean, I was just going pure green screen earlier, because I don't know.
It's all good. We'll work it out.
Yeah, I'm just not liking it. There we go. But I might get me a different backdrop and work on this setup, because I'm really starting to like this as my hobby. It's my mind off of work. It's my mind off of health challenges, and it's really good spending time with everybody in the chat. And yeah, Anakin, it's fun. I hope you can join us every week. We're usually on Thursdays. We had to do Wednesday this week. I have a family commitment tomorrow in the afternoon. So I wanted to make sure that I was committed to that. And but yeah, so once again, thank you to MJ Scanlon. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Off the top of my head, just everybody that was here. I mean, there's a lot of you to name right now. John Gibson, Guy Bowen, Brian SFO, Kirsten Mills, Greg Hybers, the one and only Lady Cat, Sue Major, Anakin. Yes, it's fun, man. We had Sal and Reiko and Ray K and Guy. I think I said Guy and John Gibson.
MJ, of course.
Cat's Meow. And boy, I don't want to miss anybody. Sue Major. Cheryl OG was here earlier. Oh, yes, Taco Talk does rule. Maybe I'll do a segment on tacos next week. Who knows?
Ooh.
You know what? Hey, would you guys be cool if we did like a little quick 5-minute food segment? And you know what, Anakin? I have reached out to Hori, and hopefully we can work something out. And I'm gonna try to work out something with your friend over at LAX. Your friend and his brother. I think it's just the one fella now that's on camera, but I want to talk to him as well. And let's see what's going on out there in the aviation world, and
yes, sir.
Let everybody get to know you, and maybe get to see a little bit more of the personal side, and just get to know a little bit of how you got to where you're at. And Sal has food places to recommend.
Sal loves his food.
Sal loves his food.
No gas station corn dogs, my friend.
Yeah, we won't share a secret. We'll just say gas station corn dogs. But anyways, yeah, let's maybe I'll do a quick little segment next week, little taco segment.
All right.
It won't be Taco Tuesday. We'll call it Taco Thursday, or
Soft Taco Thursday.
Michael and Sal know this one, Torta Thursday.
Nice.
All right, everybody, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, guys.
And we're going to be back next Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Don't miss out. And we are out of here. We're out of here. Take care, my friends.
Take care, everybody.